Alright guys, we're going to continue with the boat maintenance of my 2009 Ranger 208 VX. I got a 225 Yamaha VMAX Series 2 motor on it, and what we're going to do, we're going to change the spark plugs in it, and we're going to change the oil in the lower unit. We got a fuel filter we want to change on the other side. I already changed the filter, the fuel and water separator filter that's in here back where the battery's at. I did that before I changed all the batteries and put the new 4-bank charger in. This is stuff you need to do every year to keep your boat running in good condition. Like I said, mine's a 2009 and I really haven't had any problems out of it, knock on wood, but hopefully it's just because of the maintenance I do to it every year, and it keeps it running like it needs to be running. So what we're going to do first, we're going to go ahead and change the oil in the lower unit. We're going to take it loose, let it drain while we change the spark plug. So I'm not going to do a step-by-step on that because I got a video that's just showing you how to do that. So like I said, they got the plug down here in the bottom. I'll bring you close where you can see it as I just take it apart, and hopefully we can get this done because it's getting late in the evening. It's getting kind of it's overcast, so it's getting kind of dark right now. So let's get started on that. This water inlet cover right here is the plug on the back side of this where you take the where you drain the oil. So all you want to do is get your Allen wrench. What size Allen wrench is this? This is a 5/32 Allen wrench, and you just unscrew that, and it should come off of both sides. The back side comes off, and that's where the drain screw is for the lower unit oil. Just get you a screwdriver, pop that loose, and as you can see, it's not really coming out because up here at top it's just another screw that you want to take loose, and it's going to let air come in, and it should come out the bottom. See, there's water coming out of mine first. That's why I do this every year. I probably need to get the seal in here replaced, but I hadn't did it yet. So eventually oil will come out of there. Hopefully oil will come out of there, and that's how you drain it. So we're gonna let that drain for a minute while we go ahead and change the spark plugs. Alright, changing your spark plugs is real easy. Like I said, this you can just get right to them. So all you gotta do is pull the spark plug wires off, and just get you the spark plug wrench, and basically just take them out. When you take these out, you just want to look at them, make sure how they are burning. You know, if it's got a lot of carbon buildup on it, or it's burning real good. Like, I don't know if you can see that well, but focus. But this one is burning pretty good. Like I said, it is a little carbon buildup on the side, but it's not too bad. And I just, like I said, I'd like to take all three of them out and just you know, just basically looking at them just to see how one compares to the other one, see what cylinder's burning the best or the worst, for you to know. And I don't know if you can see that, but this one is burning a little bit better than the other one. I mean, it does have a little carbon buildup. They kind of look the same, so I'm not concerned about anything going crazy in my motor right this second on this side. And here's the other one. Like I said, you can see a little carbon buildup on it just on the sides here, but you're gonna get that. I mean, this is looking real good to me. I don't see any heavy carbon buildup or anything that looks out of the ordinary. We basically just get the new ones, screw them in by hand for as you can get them, for you won't cross thread anything, and basically just tighten them up. That's as simple as that. It's nothing special that you have to do. I mean, if you got a scope, you might want to look down in your cylinders and see if you see any scarring or anything. Like I said, you're gonna see some carbon build up. Hopefully you're using some kind of gas treatment or carbon build up treatment, and something that you're treating your gas with. And now that we got them in, we just tighten them up. I'm pretty sure it's a spec for that, but I don't have it. I just tighten them up just for I know they tight. It's just a feel thing. I don't want to gorilla tighten them for the snap, but I want to tighten them just as far enough that I know that spark plug is not coming out of there. Alright, all you gotta do is just put the wires back on, make sure they snap, and making good connection. And now we can move to the other side. These are NKGs. Here's the part number. So we through with changing the spark plug. Let me show you what gas filter we got to change next. Here on the other side of the motor here, this fuel is a fuel filter in here. I don't know exactly where that goes. I'm pretty sure it goes to the pump, but it's a little filter in there. Let me show you. It's a little filter like that that's in this housing, but there's a special tool to get this housing off, which I wouldn't try it without it, because I mean, this thing is really on there. You might break the housing or break the actual cup that it's sitting in. This is the tool. Try to get you the part number here, but it's basically it's got the teeth that'll go around that cup before you can actually turn it. I think this tool was maybe $50. It was kind of expensive, but like I said, if you plan on doing boat maintenance to your boat every year, you need this tool. Okay, on the bottom of this cup, it's an actual electrical connection right here beside it. In order to get that tool on there, you need to disconnect this wire here and fish it down inside the tool. But I'm gonna go behind this hose so we can slide the tool up on the cup. And like I said, that tool slides in those little teeth before you can get a good grip on it. And I try to hold this the best I can because it moves this whole housing, which is on a rubber grommet anyway, so it's meant to move. But you don't want to take a chance of breaking anything. And just take your time. Don't be in a hurry. You might want to get you something that'll catch gas here too. Once we take this off, we need to pull the gas out of it. Try to get this tool off of it. And it's just in there tight. It's just in a tight situation. Like I said, it's just this little filter in here. I mean, the gas look clean. It's not like it's any debris down in it. But we're gonna throw that in my drain pan. Get the new filter here, cause it's a little hose that fits down in here. That's up in the top of the cup here, and I just want to lube that up a little bit with some gas. I'm just gonna put it in, turn around here, just try to for it to slide on there, up in that little hose in there. And you should be able to just tighten it up once you get that filter to line up with that hose in there. Like I said, you don't want to force it. If it feels like it's stopping on something, stop and back out on it. All right, we'll go ahead and put the tool back on it. All right, now that we got the wrench back on it, we can finish tightening it up. And like I said, this is another thing that you don't want to put a Gorilla Tighten on. If you just snug it up to where it's field resistance, I think that's good enough. So we'll get this tool off, put that electrical connection back in, and we should be done with that filter. All right, this is the oil reservoir in the boat here, and there is a long filter in here. I could probably show you this filter, but it's not really nothing but like a strain. I mean, you might want to just take a look at it, make sure there's no debris sitting in the screens on it. I do that one probably every 3 to 4 years. If I got oiling problems, that's probably the first place I go look. And over here, it's a filter in here also, but I've only changed that one time, probably 3 years ago, and I'm gonna leave that alone, and maybe next year we'll go back and change the filter in there. So we got everything we want to change: the spark plug, that fuel filter. The lower foot here is just dripping, so we should be able to put the oil back in that and be done with the motor part. Alright, we got the lower unit oil changed. Like I said, I didn't want to go ahead and show that again. Like I said, I got a video on that, so go look for my video on changing your oil in your lower unit. But I will tell you, you're going to need 2 quarts. You really don't need 2 quarts. It takes 1. But to do it right and get the air bubbles out of it, you're going to need a second one. And if you just put, when you get to putting the oil in, it's going to bubble out and bubble out. When it looks like it's good oil coming out of it, put the other container that you already used up under there, for you can catch that drip. Because all we're trying to do is get the bubbles out of the oil, so the air bubbles out of the oil. So that way, right now I got a whole full quart for the next time that I want to do my lower unit. And to let you know, guys, know where I'm getting this stuff from, it is Sim Yamaha. You can go to Yamaha.com, and they got all the parts you need for your Yamaha motors. I think they do have Suzuki's and Honda motor parts too, but I get all my Yamaha stuff from them. It's running late right now, so the next thing I want to do is check the oil in my cool hubs on my trailer here. But I'm gonna wait till another day to do that. It's getting close to raining, so I'll put that at the end of this video. And like I said, guys, if you hadn't subscribed, make sure you do. This stuff gets expensive after a while, so I need all the subscribers I can get. Hopefully you're following the other boat maintenance videos. Like I said, I put my new Ultrex in. I put a new 4-bank charger. I put all new batteries and made them in 36-volt system, which I was coming from a 24. So hopefully I got some good stuff for you guys. You can find something you're interested in, and support the channel by, like I said, clicking all the links down in the description and whatever. Like I said, I still do have a Patreon page. If you feel like you're getting some kind of value out of this channel, you can go to my Patreon page, and that link be down in the description too. So I'm gonna cut it for the day, and we'll pick it back up probably one day this week on the cool hubs. And I do have one greasable hub on my trailer, cause I had a blowout and the hub was ruined and all that, and I had to replace it. So I do have one that was greasable, and the other 3 are cool hubs. So we'll check the oil in that. And until then, guys, we'll be right back. I forgot to show you the lower unit oil that I was using from Sim Yamaha. All right, moving on to the hubs on my trailer. Like I said, these are cool hubs. I have one that's a greasable hub, because my one of my hubs went out last year and I had to get it replaced. But in a past video, when I showed everybody how to fill these hubs with oil, a guy was talking about that's not how you fill a cool hub. What he failed to see was some older cool hubs come with a sight glass in the front. That way you can tell how much oil is in it. And they got a little fill plug up here on the top of the inner part of the hub. These doesn't have that. Like I said, they just got this plug in the front, and there's no way to fill the hub up with oil besides the front here. So he was misled on what brand of cool hub this is. So the way that I have to check it, and the way I have to fill it up, is this little plug on the front. I just put me a screwdriver in there and just try to get it the top to come off just a little bit. And like I said, with the level oil just right. I mean, the oil doesn't look too good. It looks kind of brown, which it needs to look like an oil color, so I need to look at trying to get that oil in there replaced. So, but if you can see when the oil's leaking out, that means there's enough in there. So I'm just gonna put this plug back on and just try to clean it up so it doesn't fill up with caked on dirt and mud and whatever gets in that part. So we're gonna move over to the other side and I'll show you this greasable hub. Over here at the greasable hub, you have to take this cap off. And like I said, I just get a big pair of pliers and just screw this cap off. And as you can see here, let me try to zoom you in a little bit so you can get a good look at it. It's a grease zerk right here. And like I said, you would just get your grease gun and squirt you a couple of squirts of grease in there. And like I said, it fills up in that hub. But I only have one of these. I had bought another one that I was going to replace the other side just because I like these a lot better because the grease lasts longer and it's more easier to actually grease the hubs and quicker. But right now, like I said, I can see it's a ton of grease in there, so I don't have to do anything else to that. And I'm just gonna go around and check the other sides, and we'll move to the next thing on this boat. So just make sure you check the air pressure for your tires don't run uneven. You also want to go ahead and get your grease gun and hit these two grease zerks up here in the front on the brake actuator, because you want that to be running smooth. You don't want that to get because it'll rust up and seize up. So you just give it a couple of pumps, not too much, because it'll have a lot of grease falling off on the bottom here. So just, I like to give it about 2 or 3 pumps to keep it lubed up and ready to go for the season. And you also want to check your brake fluid, make sure it's good levels in there. Add some if you need to, which I need to add a little bit for your boat will stop. So just going over the things that you need to do to get ready for the season. And don't forget, you got a grease zerk right here on the support arm on the front of the trailer here. You want to grease that too, and mine is super dirty because I grease it, you know, very so often, and the grease come out and dirt and grime get up on there. I'm gonna clean this off, and don't forget the bottom of the leg too, because mine has a whole bunch of dried up grease and dirt. I'm gonna clean all that off, for that arm will move up and down easily. It won't get stuck at any point in time. So make sure you grease it and clean it off, and you won't have any problems out of it. Alright guys, I think that's it. I think that's the last maintenance thing I have to do on this boat. I know it was a lot going over a couple of videos, but that's the thing you just got to do. I mean, it's nowhere around it. If you didn't do them, you have trouble out on the water in the middle of a tournament, which you never want that to be. But guys, like I said, I just want you to help me get my subscriptions up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I think I'm putting out some good content, and hopefully somebody's getting something out of it. That's why I do these videos, just to help other people get through the problems they might have. But like I said, this stuff do cost money, and that's the only way that I can make money off YouTube, is get the subscriptions up and the views up, and make sure you share this with anybody you can. And hopefully, like I said again, it's helping some guys out get their boat ready for the tournament season. So I should be ready. Like I said, the things I've done, I put the new Ultrex trolling motor on. I got the new 4-bank charger. I got all new batteries. I checked every hub and make sure they was greased and oiled. and every little grease zerk that I could find, I put some grease in them. And I changed the strap here on the front of the boat. That would need to been changed, so I got that done. I tuned the motor up, put new spark plugs, changed fuel filters, put new oil in the lower unit. I mean, I did everything. This should be a new boat by the time I finish, which I'm finished. The only thing I need to do is fix some cosmetic things, like I got a couple of tears in my seat and my fenders are fading, so that's gonna be on the agenda for this year to get done. So I don't want my boat to look old. It's right now, like I said, it's a 2009. It has a little age on it, but being outside, I'm gonna get me a shed to put over top of it. That would help a lot. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna stop rambling and move inside do my tackle now. But please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and any descriptions in the any things I use is gonna be in the description. So all right, guys, till the next video, we out. Thanks for watching.